Good day, grade 8 learners. I hope that you are all doing fine and well inside your home. So today we will be having our new lesson. But before we start with our discussion, let me read these sentences on the screen. So it helps to conserve natural resources. Recycling is one of the simplest ways to reduce waste. More people should participate in recycling programs. It reduces the need for raw materials. Recycling can save energy. Recycling benefits the environment. So did you notice something about what I read? So what is the topic all about? So it is all about recycling, right? So the ideas are good, but they sound disconnected or choppy. So that is why we will going to discuss these transitional words or transitional devices. So now we will be talking about the transitional markers or the transitional devices, or it could also be called as transitional words or phrases. So ano ba tong tinatawag nating transitional markers? So transitional markers are crucial in persuasive text as they help to connect ideas, build arguments, and guide the readers through the writer's line of reasoning. So this is really important in writing a persuasive text because transitional words help make writing clear, smooth, and logical. So, pagka gumamit tayo ng transitional devices, mas napapaganda nito yung flow ng ating paragraph because it is making our paragraph clear, smooth, and easy to understand. So, hindi siya choppy or parang putol-putol. And why are transitional markers important? First reason is they show relationship between ideas. So, itong mga transitional markers natin shows one idea connects to another. Whether it's adding information, like kapag mag-a-add tayo ng another information, and then once we show contrast, and even giving a result. So, that's why it is really important kasi pinapakita niya paano ba nako-connect yung isang idea or isang thought to another idea. Another reason why it is important is they improve flow and coherence. So, gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, it makes the paragraph or sentences smooth and clear. So here, they make sentences and paragraphs flow naturally. So it helps our readers to follow your train of thought without confusion. So hindi siya nakakalito kung ano ba yung talagang nangyayari within the paragraph. Kasi nga smooth ang flow and it has coherence. No? Another reason is they guide the reader. So the transitional markers act like road signs. So, dito malalaman natin kung ano na ba yung next step, ano ba yung gagawin natin. So, just like the road signs, no? In writing. So, guiding readers through your points so they can easily understand your message. Now, we will discuss what are the types of transitional devices. So, meron tayong iba't ibang transitional markers. So, let us have the first one. Diba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, the transitional markers used to, it is used in the sentence to add information. So, the first one or first type of transitional marker is the addition. So, ano ba yung purpose niya in a paragraph or sentence? Of course, it is to add information or reinforce a point. So, kagaya lang din sa math subject nyo, meron din tayo sa English ng addition. But, in the word form, no, sa transitional words natin or markers natin. So, it is used to add or continue an idea. And it also connects similar thoughts or gives extra information. Examples natin are, and, also, furthermore, moreover, in addition, additionally. So, kapag ginamit natin siya sa sentence here, the new policy will reduce pollution. Moreover, it will create jobs. So, as you can see, there are two idea, and it is connected by the word moreover, which is an example of transitional marker that shows addition. So, in the first sentence, you can see that it already stated the benefit of the new policy. And using the word moreover, nag-add tayo ng new idea that the new policy will create jobs. So that is the addition. So as you can see, it adds information at mas nag-reinforce pa yung point natin because of the transitional markers na ginamit. Next is we have the contrast from the word itself, contra. So, the purpose of this is to show differences or highlight opposing ideas. So, kung kanina nagdadagdag tayo, ngayon, we will show the contrast or the difference between two ideas. So, particularly two opposing ideas or contradiction between the statements. So, what are the examples of contrast? But, however, on the other hand, yet, although, in contrast, and nevertheless. So, if we will going to use it in a sentence, the proposal has some benefits. However, it also has significant drawbacks. So, as you can see here, we use the transitional word however, or transitional marker however. So the first idea is it state that the proposal has benefits or has positive effect. And then on the other sentence, it also has significant drawbacks. So it shows na meron din siyang negative effect, and that is contrast. The third one is the cause and effect. I know you are all familiar with this kasi simula't simula pa man, alam na natin tong cause and effect na to, right? So, what is the purpose of this? The purpose is to show the relationship between actions or events and their outcomes. So, it shows the reason and also the result. Why something happened or what happened because of it. Ano-ano po yung mga examples natin? We have because, therefore, consequently, thus, as a result, hence, for the reason. So here, in the sentence example, he didn't follow the safety guidelines. As a result, he was injured. So, ano ba yung ating cause dito? So, ano rin ba yung effect nun? So, ang cause natin is he didn't follow the safety guidelines, and the transitional marker na ginamit natin is as a result, and also the effect is he was injured dahil hindi siya sumunod sa mga safety guidelines. So, that is cause and effect. Next is comparison. So, ano ba yung purpose ng comparison natin? Of course, to show similarities between ideas, no? It shows similarity or how two things are alike. Ano ba yung pagkakaparehas nila, no? So, examples natin, similarly, likewise, and the same way, equally, and in the sentence, we use the word similarly to compare two things na parehas. Online education offers flexibility. Similarly, it can be more affordable. So, both of these sentences are positive, no? Positive sila about the online education. Next is we have example or illustration. So here, the purpose is to provide specific examples to clarify or support a point. So here, examples natin ay for example, for instance, such as, including, to illustrate. So it is used to give examples, clarify or explain an idea. So, for example, meron na kayong binigay na topic or idea. So, dadagdagan nyo siya using example. So, there are example natin pala in sentence. We use the transitional marker. For instance, there are many benefits to exercise. For instance, it can improve mental health. So, you will going to state what are the benefits of exercise. Since sinabi mo marami siyang benefits. So, ano-ano yung mga yon? So, you will going to explain it using the our example or illustration transitional markers. Next is the emphasis. So, ano ba yung purpose ni emphasis? It is to stress an important point. So, iha-highlight natin or i-stress natin yung mga important idea. Ano-ano yung mga examples natin? Indeed, in fact, certainly, unquestionably, without a doubt. Okay, so in sentence, we use the word indeed. So, the results are impressive. Indeed, they surpassed our expectation. So, aside sa sinabing napakaganda, nakaka-impress yung gawa nila, so, meron pa silang idinagdag dito para mas ma-emphasize na sobrang galing ng ginawa nila. Nalagpasan pa daw nila yung expectations nila. So, that is giving emphasis. Alright? So, next one is we have the summary or the conclusion. So, saan natin to madalas nakikita? Ano ba yung purpose nito? It is to summarize or conclude the argument. So, kapag ka may ganito na in conclusion, to sum up, in summary, finally, overall, it is already used to end or sum up or draw a conclusion from ideas. So, usually nakikita natin to sa ending ng isang speech or ng isang paragraph. No? So, this one, example natin in sentence is in conclusion, the data strongly supports our hypothesis. So, here, pinapakita na tapos na yung study at meron ng result. So, that is for the summary and conclusion. Now, we have the clarification. So, ano ba tong clarification? Ano ang purpose niya? It is to make a point clearer or more specific. So, these transition words are used to explain more clearly, restate, or make an idea easier to understand. So, they help the reader see that what follows will clarify or simplify the previous ideas. Ano na yung mga transitional markers natin dito? In other words, that is to clarify, to put another way. And example natin in sentence is in another word. So, the policy failed to achieve its goals. In other words, it was ineffective. So, kita nyo yun? So, sinabi in the first sentence na hindi na-achieve yung goal ng policy. That's why it was ineffective. Okay? So, let us now have the last one which is about the order or sequence. So, ano ba yung purpose nito, ng sequencing na to? To show the order of ideas or steps in an argument. So, this transition shows the order of event steps in a process. So, pag sinabi nating process, may step-by-step siya, or the passage of time. They help readers follow ideas in the correct order, or in logical or chronological sequence, or in order talaga siya. No? So, ano ba yung mga examples nito? We have the first, second, next, then, finally, subsequently, third, fourth, so something like that. So, let us now have this in the sentence. First, we need to gather the data. Next, we will analyze the result. So, as you can see, nagpapakita siya ng step-by-step process. So, una, anong gagawin nyo? And after that, what are we going to do next? So, something like that. So, those are the different types of transitional markers. So, now we will have an activity. This is entitled What a Smooth Transition. All you have to do is choose the letter of the correct answer. You may pause the video for you to answer the questions. So this is question 1 to 3. These are numbers 4, 5, and 6. These are numbers 7, 8, 9, and 10. So after you watch the video and answering the activity, do not forget to comment your grade and section. So, gaya lang ulit ng dati for attendance. So, that would be all for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you are all safe at home. Bye, class!